Hey guys, Klonga here, and today we are playing Commander mode, and we are playing as the Commander, and we are on Marovanka. And if you're wondering what my team setup is, this is it. We have a Defender, Atomic, Scorpion G, Chrysler K, FE422P, Yazi, King Tiger, LT432, and Nomad. You have to have at least 2 heavy tanks, 2 medium tanks, and 2 tank destroyers. Then the last 3, you can choose whatever you want. And so we chose 2 extra heavies and a light tank for myself. And we are, of course, on Marovanka, and we find ourselves in a 9 versus 6. Some maps are 9 versus 6, and some are 9 versus 7, I think, from what I've noticed anyway. Berlin, I think, is 9 versus 7. What are the Prokhorovka is, I think, 9 versus 7 or 9 versus 6. Maybe it's random. I don't know. I haven't really found a pattern. But regardless, we're taking out 9 tanks. And I'm trying to figure out where I want to go to start. But we've just started, and this is an earlier game. The game right before this, I had lost versus a viewer. There you go. Okay, so to select tanks, you have to click right bumper. Anyone on your screen gets selected. And then to deploy them, it's X. So we right bumper selected them all, and then X, we deployed them. Then left bumper is taking control of the tank you are looking at. In this case, it's the LT432. So what I like doing on Marovanka is I like sending my entire team to the right. Okay? And what I recommend is you just keep your team together. Okay? Because if you split your team up and then you find yourselves in like a 3 versus 4 somewhere on the map and then a 3 versus 5 elsewhere on the map, your bots are going to lose that. However, if you can find yourself in a 9 versus 4, you're going to win that. And then it's however many tanks you have left versus their last 3. And so that's what I've been doing, is I've been keeping my team together. And I've been taking my light tank like I have and been spotting, which is what I've done. And because of that, they are already down 8% of their hit points. And we have not lost a singular hit point. Now I'm going to move this tank, my tank, up into a position up here where we can hopefully continue to spot the hill, and he'll be safe from fire. And then I'm going to take control of the rest of the team again. And so it's going to be probably one of these bushes I'm going to sit in. There you go. We have the T-34 spotted. I'm in this bush. Do we have any shots on him? We don't. Regardless, if they push anyone this way, they will get spotted. And I say this is a good position. I just want to see, do my guys have shots? They do not. Now to take control of my team. Alright, so here's my team. We haven't spotted anyone else. I'm wondering if they're coming in from behind or not, or where they're going to be coming. So there we go. We've selected them all, which is right bumper. And now we're going to deploy them. Where are we going to deploy them to? Now we have to decide. We're going to deploy them there. That way they're in a position for my light tank when I decide to move up with my light tank and spot some more. So they're going to be headed that way, which is good. And, oops, I think I just selected one guy by accident. Nope. It's really confusing. Like, they tell you all these things. Like, oh, select one guy like this, select one guy like that. And it's like, I haven't really been able to do that. The only buttons I've been pressing in this game is right bumper, left bumper, and X. Those are the only buttons I've been pressing in these games. And I have played 9 games and I've won 6. People kept telling me that it's almost impossible to win as the Commander. And I don't see it. This time around, Commander, it's very easy to win. Alright? Because, like I said, I have played 9 games and have won 6 of them. Alright? So I've only lost 3, and this is a win, which I'm showing you, obviously. It is a win, but I'm also going to show you a defeat as to why we lost one of them. But here we go. We spot the enemy, and I'm going to immediately get my tank out of harm's way, and then as soon as I do, I got to get my team into a position to shoot. Chrysler K hits me on the move, but we're not safe yet. We got to keep going. Fire shell on the move. We're just trying to get over this lip. Once we're what I think is safe, then we're going to take control of the team and get them into this fight. Because this is the overmatch I'm talking about. If their team splits up, which they have done, there's 4 tanks right here. I have 9. I'm gladly going to send 9 tanks after these 4 guys. Because if we lose a tank or 2, it's all good. Okay, there we go. We're going to select them all, and then we're just going to deploy them straight into the action. Go here. Go after this IS-3. And then I'm going to take control of my LT-432 yet again, as my team now closes in on the enemy. And this is really, in my opinion, the best way to play. If you have a light tank, pick a light tank. Have a light tank in the game and just kind of survey the battlefield from your light tank. Find tanks and so on and so forth. There's another tank on the right, but he's not that big of a threat. We've already killed one of their tanks, and the team is now killing the Chrysler K. However, their team is not going to kill the Chrysler K, so I'm going to have to go after him. Another thing you have to do is when you fight tanks like Defenders and Chrysler Ks, a lot of the times your team just cannot kill them. And so you kind of have to take control of your team and do it yourself. Which is what we're doing here. We put a shell into the Chrysler K. We should obviously be able to shoot again before he's reloaded. Yes, we are. He goes down. And now it's an AMX 5100. And my team, like, the bots are just doing what they do, which is shoot at things that's spotted. Unfortunately, they're stuck where they are because, like, that's as far as I told them to go. However, if this 5100 chases me too far, he will get shot at. But I just don't want to get hit by him right now. I don't know how many shots he's fired, how many shots he has left. But there we go. He pulls out a little bit too far, and that's it. He's done and out of the game. And all that's left now is a tank destroyer. I think it was a Scorpion G, which we already put a shell into. Where could he be? I'm not too sure. My team, I'm going to redeploy my team. I think I know where he is. We're going to send these guys to the right here. I'm assuming because he just spotted us and had us detected, I think he's up on that side of the map. I think he's like an H2, somewhere around there. He may be driving down towards K2 by now, but that's where I assume he's going. So I think he's going around the map counterclockwise. So we're gonna go cut through the middle and kind of go around clockwise, kind of cut him off. And that's what we're trying to do. I've deployed the team where I need them to be, and hopefully we'll be able to finish this game out, finish this team. All we have to do is kill one guy. One guy is all we have to do. We still have 92% hit points. There he is. We've spotted him. And that's going to be it. He's dead. Just like that. We put the team exactly where we needed them to be. And we won the game. Simple as that. We lost 8% of our hit points. I took 2 hits. And then one of my other tanks took a singular hit. That was it. Alright. And I've had like 3 or 4 games where I've not lost a tank as the tanker. I'm not even kidding. It's not that hard to do. You just send 8 of your tanks, keep 8 of your tanks together, and play a light tank, and you're just gonna win a lot of them. Now this next game, we're gonna lose, and it's not because of the way I play. It's not the way I deploy my tanks or anything like that. It's just because of user error. I think there's some kind of bug in the game. I'm not sure, but we'll get to it later, which I think lost me this game. I think he did, because at the time I didn't notice. It wasn't until I just did a commentary on this video, and then I realized, holy crud, I was wrong. I was doing this, but then I thought to myself, no, I wasn't doing that, because I did the same mistake twice. Maybe I could have, but I don't remember ever making that mistake. So we'll see, and I will let you know when we get to what exactly happens. Anyway, we kill a tank pretty much for free. I'm the only tank on the team who lost any health. My opinion, that's a good trade. They're down a tank. They've lost 26% of their hit points already, and I'm the only guy who's taken 2 hits on the team. Alright, so this is pretty good. My team is still putting in effective shots. T-34-3 takes another hit from the team. They're down to 70% health, and then the Otis is now getting farmed out of existence. No problem. Is he gonna die? He's gonna die. He's gonna die. Come on, kill him, guys. Fire shot and miss. Yes. So the best thing definitely for you, though, is if you're going to take control of your team, or take control of a tank, a light tank, someone who can spot, maybe an autoloader, so you can prioritize targets. Definitely the best call. The reason being is because your team doesn't hit, or doesn't miss, should I say. My bad. They don't miss. So if you're fighting lightly armored tanks, let your team shoot them, because they're not going to miss. If you're fighting heavily armored tanks, or side scraping, or who are held down, or maybe a defender who's even out in the open, then don't. Anyway, there we go. We deploy the team there, but look it's still. Let me go back and show that again. Okay, you ready? There, we press X to deploy the team, and then it follows me. I didn't press anything after that, because you can see what buttons you press, because it highlights. And then I press LB, and it redeploys the team to where I am. So that definitely has to be a bug, because watching it in slow motion, we could tell I never pressed X again. I pressed it once, and for some reason, it reselected my team. And then I noticed it again, so I'm going to do it again. There we go. I press X to re-engage. There they go. And now I'm going back to us over here. There we go. And I'm going to select myself. There we go. And I press LB. And I press LB. And look, it redeploys them again. It redeploys them back to me. That is so weird. So that happened twice in this game, and because of that, my team did not go back to the base to reset, and so I have to do it myself, but now it's too late. My team would have been able to do it because they will hit them on the move. I will not hit them on the move. See, I missed on the move. My team will not miss on the move, and they would have been able to reset. We didn't even have to go far, and because of that, we lost the game. Unfortunately, there it is true. So a little bit of of a bug there, and so watch out for that. Watch out for that. That was a little bit interesting because you could see we only pressed X once. That was to engage them, and then for some reason it re-highlighted my whole team. So a little bit weird there. We lost some money, but hey-oh, we did what we could. Okay, final game of the day. This time we are the human team, the tanker team, and we're playing the turtle. And it is a 7 versus 9 this time. 7 versus 9. So it is random. It doesn't matter what map you're on. It is random. Sometimes it'll be 6 versus 9. Sometimes it'll be 7 versus 9. We're in a 7 versus 9, which is highly favorable. Honestly, I think the game should be 6 versus 9. I do. I think, and the reason being is because yes, I have a really good win rate as the commander, but as a tanker, I've lost 1 game so far as a tanker, and it was a really dumb one. I'll explain how it went because the start of this game is a little bit slow. I was playing in the T-34 American tier. Actually, some of these shots are disgusting, so pay attention. The American tier 8 premium heavy tank, the first one, the original one, which you got for free from the Twitch care package from January, so a long time ago. And it was Berlin, and it was I think it was a 6 versus 9. And this guy, the commander, did not move his tanks from spawn. What he kept doing was he kept moving his tanks one by one. He would command them, and he would play them, and then die. He would play them till he died, and then he would do it again, and again, and again, and again. And I had to 1 versus 1 him 5 times. And that was a hit, by the way. I 1 versus 1 him 5 times. The first time was in a Motherland, and then again in a WZ-112G1FT, whatever that thing's called, and then again in a Defender, and then again in an IS-5, and then he finally killed me. I forget what he killed me. In a Super Pershing, that's what it was. He killed me in a Super Pershing. So we killed him 4 times before he finally killed me. So you would think my team would have won fighting against the bots who are in base not moving. No, they did not. They kept, I guess, pulling out Scion or something. They just pulled in front of all the guns, and because they're bots, they do not miss, and they smoked my team, and we lost. Yep, that was the game. Fire shell there. Can we get him? Yes, we can. A bit of a snap, and we finish off the Scorpion G. First blood goes to our team. However, this guy has deployed his team very well. He's pushing them all. My team has split up, which is something you probably shouldn't do in this mode, is split up. But that's what we've done. We have split up. And now we're going to fire shell here. Heat shell straight into the side of the Chrysler K. We loaded up, and it was a perfect shot. And we get some more damage done there. Can we get another shot off into one of these guys? A Super Pershing, a Scorpion G. Maybe try the Chrysler K again. Come on. Come on. Fire. Did we miss or did we bounce? I don't know. Our team picks up another kill, and we are up yet again by kills. And another kill. Now we're up 2 kills. Not too shabby. The game is just about tied now. Yes, it's a 6. Nope, not anymore. It's a 5 versus 6 now. And can we get a shot on this guy? Aiming up a heat shell. And shell out. Yes, we can. A nice 433 hit. We're doing pretty well on our shots. But, however, our team is not doing so well. Our heavy tank is now surrounded, getting hit from all sides. He goes down, and now all that's left is this Vindicator. And there's no way he's going to survive this. But I might be able to finish this guy off. No, the shell just flies high, and we're unable to kill the Carnarvon. We're switching now. No, we still have our heat loaded. And, no, there's no chance we're going to save that Vindicator. Sorry, Vindicator. You're on your own, bud. What do we do? That spot here? Anyone there? No. Okay, that guy's still coming this way. Yeah, the Carnarvon. Carnarvon is definitely the player. You can tell a lot of times who the player is just by the way they're playing. The tanks drive in straight lines. All right, the AI, they drive in straight lines. You tell them to go somewhere, they go somewhere, and then they'll stand still. Once they're where you want them to be, and they'll just turn, rotate the turret, rotate the hull. This is a player because he's not driving in a straight line. He turns off, and as soon as we spot him, he stops and backs up to get hull down. So that was the player. We finish him off. He goes down. Now he has to play something else, and we turn the 2 versus 6 into a 2 versus 5. But now it's time to get away. That's the Pantera. That shot there was very fast. Fast reflexes. That definitely was not the player. And I know it's not the player because of the next couple shots he takes. The player would never have made these shots. Only the AI, what you're going to see, would have been able to make these shots. So right now I think he's just commanding the tanks. There's the Chrysler K. We get him spotted. And we're going to continue to drive. Watch this. Boom! That guy fires right at the very moment we're spotted. Here we go. And spotted, shell is out. At the very instant we got spotted. So that was definitely the bot, because humans do not have that kind of reaction time. I don't care who you are, you just don't. And then this shot right here, still a bot. Apparently, they still know where you are, and they will shoot you. That was definitely the bot, and I'll tell you why. Because the guy who I'm playing with messaged me after, and he said that they were doing it to him too. And I just decided to sit here and see if he does it again. And then I didn't notice anything. Okay, so I thought, was that the player? Is he just amazing? But no, the guy who I'm playing with right now messaged me, and he said he got blind shot so many times that game by the AI. It's apparently something to do, and you don't want to be spotted long. If you are spotted, they do not miss. And because that Primo Victoria missed, something tells me that Primo Victoria is the player now. Maybe it was the player who blind shot me, and he just got lucky, and it just so happened that our TVP got blind shot a couple times as well. I don't know. Regardless, the first shot from the Primo Victoria was definitely a bot, because no human has that kind of reaction. Maybe they do, I don't know. And plus, he knew exactly where I would be. And the bots, their turrets tend to still follow the enemy, even while they're not spotted. So, if you're playing as the commander, watch your tank's turrets. They still seem to point their guns at the enemy, even when they're not spotted. So keep that in mind. Alright? So like, oh, they're aiming that way. There must be a guy there. And then just go that way. It's pretty simple, I know. Pretty OP, but you can still use it. Fire shell into the Chrysler K. And we reset him. TVP puts a shell into him as well. And now we're just going around. And by the way, it's now a 2 versus 4. Aha! Another Chrysler K. That Chrysler, or Scorpion G, it was a Scorpion G, goes down. Then we put a shell into Chrysler K. He goes down, and now it's a 2 versus 2, no longer a 2 versus 6. And remember, in these game modes, you only have to outsmart one guy. It's not like a public match where you have to outsmart 15 other guys and plus a few of your teammates, because some of them are dumb. And this, you just need to outsmart one guy. So, which can be difficult if it's a really good player. You have to outsmart him 9 times, right? Because he's got 9 tanks he can play. We get lucky there with that shot, and he gets finished off by the TVP VTU. So, yes, it can be difficult because you have to outsmart him 9 times, right? But if he's not that great a player, or you're smarter than him, you can do that. You can outsmart him 9 times. And that's what we're doing here with this guy on our team. There's 2 of us. We're both thinking very much alike. He's letting me spot, and he's ripping them apart for it. And now it's over. He doesn't have to do that anymore. He's charging in. This guy bounces off our gun. We're going to close the distance and put a heat shell straight into his side. Boom, there it goes straight in. I didn't care if I died here, but he misses another shot anyway, and our TVP is going to finish him off. That was definitely the player there. Good game, he says, and he finishes him off. Down he goes, and we pick up the victory. Not too shabby. That is the game I chose. I don't think I'll be showing any other tanker gameplay on here because it is very easy, very rinse and repeat, if I do say so myself. But there we go, 56,000 credits made, 3,700 damage, 2,000 assisted. I will take that. I will definitely take that. But anyway, guys, that is the Commander game mode. If you play this enough, you get points. And then if you get enough points, you get a free premium tank at the end of the 6 months that this is going to be out. It's going to be out 1 week a month. So I guess if you want a free premium tank, have fun and don't get burnt out, because you will. But that's it. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I will see you guys all later. Take care, everyone. And peace out.